Hi, welcome to our home. My name is Vana and I'm in Stillwater, Oklahoma today. It is kind of a rainy and gloomy day outside, so I can't imagine a more perfect day to be in the kitchen and to welcome all of you from the Real Women of Philadelphia, as well as Paula Deen and Philadelphia cream cheese, into my home. There are a couple of reasons why I wanted to participate in this contest. One, of course, was Philadelphia cream cheese. It's been a part of our life since I was a little girl, and we love it in our family. Secondly, Paula Deen, with those bright blue eyes, your great smile, and your classic, "Hey y'all," who wouldn't want to be a part of this contest? Today, we're going to jump in the deep end of the pool and make Mediterranean lamb and rice casserole with creamy Philly dilly sauce. I promise you are going to love this dish. So I tell you what, that's enough talking about it. Let's get to it and start cooking. Mediterranean lamb and rice casserole just seemed like the perfect dish to share with you all. I love to travel, but probably like many of you with the economy today and my travel budget, which is non-existent, I don't get to go the places I'd like to go. So this was a great opportunity to travel through food. So I wanted to share this with you. I was blessed enough that when I was in my 20s, I had a lovely Lebanese woman who taught me how to make some Middle Eastern food, and I was able to take that basic recipe, tweak it up, and make it for you. So here's our starting place. I have already prepared 1 pound of ground lamb and a medium onion that was chopped. I've browned it and I have drained the meat. Now, if you're saying, "Oh my gosh, Vanna, lamb, that's just not something my family and I eat," this is a great starter recipe to have it for the first time, but if you can't get past it, you can also use a pound of shredded chicken, or you could substitute hamburger for it. You'll be thrilled. But let's start adding the fabulous ingredients that make this. First of all, we're using 3 cloves of garlic, the juice of 1 lemon. Now here's where we start to really kick it up, y'all. You're going to be thrilled with this. Something you wouldn't expect, 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon. And we also use a nutmeg. I cannot tell you how aromatic this kitchen is right now. I have people come running in asking what's cooking. So I like to use whole nutmeg, and drop it in. And use my microplaner so that it's really fresh. Of course, if you don't have this, you just use it out of the jar. So there's a 1/4 teaspoon of the nutmeg. Bring all of that together and let those, oh my gosh, just let those flavors bloom. Okay, and then we're going to add in 1/4 cup of pine nuts. I have a cup of tomato puree. And at this point in time, I'm going to give it just a bit of salt and pepper. I'm a big sea salt user. And of course, salt and pepper is optional. So many people today are trying to eat heart-healthy diets, so the flavors in this are so fabulous, you don't necessarily need that. We're just going to bring that together. Okay, so here we come into the creamy portion of this casserole. First of all, I love to use yogurt. I do it with lots of things, so it was a natural for this because everyone thinks of the Mideast yogurt, how great that would be. Okay, just pull that off because it's just getting in my way. So we have this, and then the star of our show, of course, is our Philadelphia cream cheese. Oops. Bring that in. Start to incorporate all this together. Now, another great thing about this is that you can use the full fat cream cheese, which is yummy, or you can choose to use the 1/3 fat, less fat, or enough fat. All of it will work together. And then after that's incorporated, we are going to add in 2 cups of rice. And this rice has been pre-cooked. We keep rice around in our house a lot because we just like to use it in a variety of dishes. And look at that. Now you could use brown rice if you like and add a little bit of extra texture to this. And I'm always looking for ways to incorporate additional textures into my food. So the next thing that I want to do is I thought it would be really great to have a topping on the food, on this casserole. So we're going to bring that, finished it up, smooth it out. Yum. It's so good you probably would just eat it like this if you could. Bring that around. And then I made up a topping for it. I used a cup of panko breadcrumbs, the zest from 1 lemon, a couple of tablespoons of Italian parsley that I chopped because it gives some great color interest. And then the real kicker in this is that I also put in a 1/4 cup of a grated pecorino or a Parmesan cheese, whichever you like. And you just spread that around over the top. And now we're going to get ready to eat. A preheated 350-degree oven for 20 minutes, and then we get to have dinner. Okay, here you go. This is my big secret for this casserole. It is my creamy Philly Dilly sauce. I gotta tell you, that's the most fun part about entering this, is figuring out catchy little names. This sauce is so yummy. It is so versatile. You will not believe what you'll be able to do with this. It is fabulous on fish. It is great as a dip for vegetables or with great artisan types of bread, or my gosh, I think maybe you could just chill it and drink it as a soup if you were really fun. And here's the secret ingredient. Again, it's the Philadelphia cream cheese, because it takes a sauce that, if left with just yogurt and lemon juice, might have a pretty sharp edge to it. This just smooths it out, makes it creamy and yummy. So let's get started with the ingredients. First, you have 1 cup of yogurt. You can feel free to use non-fat, 1% or full-fat yogurt. You're going to put in your 3 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese, again, whichever kind you would like to use. It takes 1 teaspoon of dill weed. And just remember that when you're working with herbs, if you're using fresh herbs, you want to increase the amount by half or by a full, whatever works for you. And then finally, we're putting in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Now here's going to be the fun part. It's me and an immersion blender. So let's just pray that this doesn't just jump out all over us. So you're going to cream this together. Nice, it's lovely and thick. And you know, if you want a little less, you can always add a little more lemon juice. And get that. Okay, this is blended. Now we're just waiting on the casserole and top it off, and we get to taste it. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, I told you this stuff was good, so I had to come back and let you know. Put a little salt in it. Oh my gosh, you're just going to love it. Be back in a minute. I cannot believe how fast 20 minutes flew by, and here we are, Mediterranean lamb and rice casserole. And of course, as I told you, the thing that makes it all work and ties everything together is this absolutely yummy Philly Dilly cream sauce. So tell you what, let's do. Let's scoop it up. This is a great casserole to have with just a side salad. You can dress it up and make it as simple and as elegant as you want, or you can kick this up and make it part of a bigger meal. I'm going to top it off with a little of our sauce. And here's what's so great about this Philly Dilly sauce is that it's great on our salad as well. We can just use it everywhere. But I can't stand to wait anymore, so I'm going to have just a taste. And I cannot tell you all how much I wish that you were here with me, because this will rock your world. Bye. Thanks so much for coming to see us.